What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to OV Hobbies. Today I'm doing a project that is very necessary to do. I am going to build a wooden workbench. Now I know we already have the metal workbench, that's for welding. This workbench is going to be for grinding and for the vise and for just general horizontal space that we most definitely need in this garage. So I'm going to basically show you what I've planned and what I've got, and we'll go from there. So see you in a bit. So what I've got here is some wood. I got it from Lowe's. This is about 120 bucks worth of wood. I'm not sure exactly what kind of wood it is, but I know that we've got some plywood here. This is very strong, sturdy plywood, and it's already been sanded, even though it doesn't really look too sanded, but I can fix that. And then lots of 2x4s. When I designed this table, I wanted to put in just 2x4s. So in order to build this table, I'm going to need to drill the holes first and then put the screws in, so that way it doesn't split the wood. That's the last thing I want to do, is split the wood. Here's the tools that I have. I have the regular DeWalt drill and then the impact driver. I'm actually probably going to need to swap these batteries because this is probably going to get used or need a lot more power than this. But we'll see. If I need more power, I can always charge it. And then I have a box of bits here if I need more bits. But generally, that should do it. Those are the only tools I'm going to need. I also might need a hacksaw because I need to hack off the bottom corners. This actually might be a 2-day project just because I have to run out to Harbor Freight and get a hacksaw. But basically, I'm going to need to hack off the corners so that way I can actually put the bottom piece into the table without having to cut it in half, because I have no way of cutting this stuff. So without further ado, let's get started. So here's the table that I'm going to replace. This table is not suitable for any sort of working thing, so we're just really using it for horizontal space. It's just one of those plastic fold-out tables, not very good. So yeah, that's why we're going to build a workbench, so we can put that on it. Oh yeah. All right, let's get started. Okay, so here I have the main frame done. This is just the 4 pieces that are going to be bordering the tabletop over there. However, on my design, I had these boards going across the middle, kind of like a ladder. And those boards, when I first did the measurements, were 28 inches, and that's what I told the guy to cut. But the thing is that I changed the design about 90% of the way done with it to make the legs go on the inside of the main frame rather than on the edge like it was before. Simplified it a bit. But I didn't take account in the 4 inches that I need to remove from these boards. Actually 2 inches only. I only need to remove 2 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and buy a saw for that guy over there so that I can cut these things just 2 inches off of each one of these. Yeah, epic fail. Alright, so I'm back and I got one of these. As you can see, it is meant for cutting wood. And I got this hacksaw set. Yeah, Harbor Freight. There you go. Alright, so a little progress update for you. This is where I'm at right now. I've put on all these supports for the tabletop, and they're pretty nice, if I do say so myself. And I just realized, because I got that one measurement wrong, I probably got them all wrong. So that tabletop is going to be slightly wider than this. However, it shouldn't matter that much. There's no harm in a little overhang. In fact, that could be good sometimes, because then I can use it to screw on some things or whatnot. So I'm just going to roll with the punches and keep going. So I'll catch you in a minute. Alright, update time. As you can see, I've got the tabletop mounted to the frame. However, I noticed something. So over here, I made this side flush, as you can see, nice and flush. But when I did that, this side over here got kind of messed up. And that's because the frame that I made was not square. But you know what? Again, I'm gonna roll with the punches. This table isn't meant to be perfect. It's not my masterpiece. It's just meant to get the job done. So, F it. Let's roll. Alright, so as you saw at the end of that time lapse, lots of time lapse, sorry about that. I am about 3/4 of the way done, 2/3, who knows. Anyways, basically, I gotta send it out. So, we have a very nice tabletop here. And as I mentioned before, that this is not square. And that is because I'm a dum-dum. All right, and I did not, in the design of this table, account for the fact that 2x4s are not 2 inches wide. They are 1.5 inches wide. So that is why they did not, it did not become square. So, but, you know, like I said, you know, that's my fault. If I would have just had the guy cut 1 inch more, then it would have been fine. So anyways, like I said, we're just gonna roll with the punches. As you saw, I was able to lay on the table. It's 7 feet long, and I'm gonna call it quits tonight. But tomorrow, we're gonna get the beams on here. I guess the support structure, and we're also gonna cut up that piece of plywood there. Come on, focus. We're gonna cut up that piece of plywood so that way it can fit that need, and I'm gonna use that saw kit. So. I'm not going to make this a 2-part video. This is just going to be a cut, and you're going to see me tomorrow. Alright? Check you later. Alright guys, so it's the next day. I'm going to go ahead and start working on the lower half of this table, and we're just going to get it done. Alright, so here we have it, folks. The finished workbench. The thing is very nice and stable. Like, I can put my hip up on it and it doesn't wobble very much thanks to the lower support. And then, I screwed on this table down here so it's nice and firmly put on there. And yeah, like I said before, it's not perfect. As you can see, there's gaps and everything in there, but I'm not really too concerned about that. The thing's put together, so yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and clean up this area so you can put the workbench there, and then yeah, then we're gonna put the vise on it, and it's gonna be nice. You'll see it in probably the next couple videos. So, all right. Just kidding, guys. Now the bench is done. Here it is. Check it out. So as you can see, I have put in a shelf up at the top there, and that is where we're going to store our Dremel and our welding toolbox, as well as drills and other things. We've got clamps over here and whatnot, and some drill tools over here. And yeah, we got the vise mounted up. Very nice. Beautiful. And also the bench grinder, cheap bench grinder, don't even worry about it. But then we got more storage space down below. If you enjoyed watching the video, please smash the subscribe button, and I'll catch you later.